Businesses are desperate for workers. So why do these Aussies keep getting knocked back for jobs? They say they're discriminated against because of their age. And it's got to a point that not even Bill Gates can get a job.
And I press the appropriate control buttons on the console.
In the late 1940s, scientists flicked the switch on Australia's very first computer, the CIRAC.
Adding and subtracting and so on.
But before then, there was Bill Gates. Not that Bill Gates, Australia's Bill Gates.
So I give her my business card and she looks at the card and she says, "Are you Bill Gates?" Later she'd have realised that on the business card it says Bill Gates, financial advisor.
And this 82-year-old reckons he's more reliable than a computer anyway.
The computer's got to do what I tell it, so I rely on myself.
Bill admits he's been around the block.
When I started in the bank in 1955, our tools of trade were a bottle of black ink, a bottle of blue ink, a hand ledger, a nib pen and a Smith & Wesson 45 with real live bullets.
He can even play the bagpipes. But there's one thing this Bill Gates can't do. He can't get a job.
I think it's because they look upon people who are past 40 as geriatrics, and if you're past 70, you're a fossilised geriatric.
With a name like that, why would you need to work?
So that confirms that I'm 82, you see. No one has any doubts now. I'm healthy and I love work, so there's no reason why I shouldn't.
He started work at 15. Now he's got 65 years' experience in financial services. He's even been a GM. But 2 years ago, aged 80, he was let go during COVID, and now no one will give him a job.
I said in my applications that I could supply a medical certificate to say that I have no pre-existing conditions until today when I nearly lost my voice.
Overqualified, they say, but Kerry, like Bill, is calling bull.
When employers look at your resume and they see your working history, your working career, they kind of gather that you're not straight out of uni.
Ageism. And these older Australians say it's rife.
In the 7 months that I was actually redundant, I would have applied for well over 200 jobs.
We first met Carrie during the pandemic. She was made redundant and was at her wit's end trying to get another gig.
I was really upset, you know, to lose a job that I really, really loved.
This 55-year-old is now speaking out, and for good reason. Parliament's considering letting pensioners work more. But are we ready as a nation?
Age is definitely just a number, for sure.
Ageism is stereotyping, discrimination or mistreatment based solely on the date that you were born. Unfortunately, it is right. Ageism is the #1 barrier for older people to get back into work.
Right now, our country is crying out for workers. And Dr. Marlene Krasavitsky from Every Age Counts says you don't have to look far to find them.
There are many, many older people who tell us that they want to work.
Don't tell Bill he's too old.
They must think that the moment you start taking the pension, you got 1 foot in the grave.
We have over 60,000 registered job seekers on older workers, and we have over 5,000 mature age employers.
Matt Higgins from Older Workers says there's one thing holding seasoned Australians back, and that's our nation's attitude.
Mature age workers, they need our help.
People make all sorts of assumptions that older people are no good with technology. They might just be looking for a path to retirement, or they're stuck in their ways. They're slow, they may be more prone to injury. They won't want to report to a younger boss.
You get remarks like, is this a job that you'd want to do at your age? Wouldn't you be thinking of winding back a bit and playing some golf?
62-year-old Tony Sims says he's heard it all before. Now, having submitted over 150 job applications, he started calling employers out.
I was straightforward and said I find the comment to be incredibly ageist. And there was an extreme amount of backpedaling and umming and ahhing at the time. and they exited stage left. When the words came out of the person's mouth, you can see them thinking, whoops, I shouldn't have said that.
You don't need to disclose your age, you don't need to talk about things in your personal life, so just keep it relevant to the job.
Relaunch Me's Leah Lambert, a job expert, says don't give bosses a reason to say no.
So probably my biggest piece of advice is you don't need to overshare on your resume or in the interview.
They're up for the task, they're up for the job, just give them a go.
200 applications later, Kerry got her go. She found a job as an admin worker.
To get a job, it was just the most amazing feeling. You actually felt worthwhile. It's such a confidence builder. Let's hope I don't have to look for another job.
But others are still trying. Bill Gates might be getting older, but unlike the computers from back then, he's still going. And he says some things don't age. Determination, ability, and the dream of having a job.
I'm Bill Gates and I'm keen to take on a job. So what's holding you back? I'm ready to receive your inquiry. Thank you.
And we'd love to help him. If you've got an admin, a bookkeeping or a call centre job for Bill, let us know.